Hey everybody, I'm EPO. I have been the Upper Camp Arts and Crafts Coordinator for a long time.
And I'm CPO, I'm the Director of Youth Ministries at St. Stephen's, and I've written program and done the activities for Upper Camp for also a long time.
And today we're going to show you some tie-dye. We're going to show you 3 different ways to do a tie-dye, different patterns that they have. And so the first one that we're going to show you is going to be a swirl. And so we are going to get started and we'll see you back in a second.
Woo! Okay, so if you want, you can get your pillowcase wet. I don't, because I think that it makes the colors run a little too much, but that's just me. You can totally do it. If you get it wet, make sure you wring it out really well so it's not dripping. But I'm gonna start my spiral on this dry pillowcase, and this is one of the easiest ones to do because all you do is take 2 fingers, pinch the middle, and twist. You can hold it if you need to, pick your hand up, twist. And you just keep twisting. And I just kind of curl the edges around, but you can see that I've made a spiral with my pillowcase. And then the only thing you have to do next is try to make sure that you can see the inside and the side that the other side I showed you, and to keep that in the middle. Next step is a rubber band. I always just squish it, bring it around, it'll open back up, and I go to the other side, kind of squish it so it fits, and then you can still see that spiral in there, and you just keep putting, you can put as many as you want. You can only put these 2 if you want. I usually put a couple to keep all these little tags in. And then after that, I like to flip it over to the pretty spiral side so I can see it, just because that's me. I'm gonna start with my pink color, and you gotta make sure that you soak it. You can't just drop it on here because it could roll off on the table or roll everywhere. You just gotta make sure that you're soaking it in. And I'm just gonna go crazy with it. I'm gonna do pink on this part, and then green here. And now, my favorite trick is that I flip it and try to do the same colors, blue, pink, and green, where I had it on the other side. So green's over here. And the more you soak it, the less white there's gonna be. So if you want it to show up with a lot of white, don't put a lot of tie-dye. If you want 0 white, soak it in, because that's the way it likes to be. All right, some pink on this side. I like a little, see, my Sawyerville shirt got squirted. I like a little white to show so you can really see what happened with the spiral. And I always double check. See, I see a white spot, just too white. Little too white. See how pink there is? And then deep in the middle, it's white. So I like to make sure I get a little bit more down. And then you can let this sit in a plastic bag. You can, overnight and let it soak in. It really doesn't matter. I like to take it apart and look at it immediately. So I'm gonna show you the final result in a little.
All right, so next up we are doing the bullseye. And how you do this one is you lay your pillowcase out flat, just like before, and you find the spot that you want your bullseye to be in. So I'm gonna pick the very middle, okay? So once you find your bullseye point, you pick up your pillowcase right there, and this will be the top, and you twist the whole pillowcase all the way down, okay? Once you've done that, you take rubber bands and you kind of section it off, and however many sections you want this bullseye to be. So keep twisting it because it'll come untwisted as you're going. You can have as many or as little spots with the rubber band. That really just kind of sections off the colors. So I'm just gonna do a few big spots. Okay, so once you have your bullseye ready, you pick out your colors, make sure they're still all shaken up, and you do the same thing. You just pour it on there. Make sure if you want it to be completely covered, to make sure it soaks in. So I'm gonna do this color at the top and at the bottom. There is some white if you like that, or if you want it to be totally drenched. Let it sit like this and we'll open it up in just a little bit.
Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is a t-shirt, which is my favorite thing to tie-dye. Anyone in your household gives you any permission to tie-dye something white, you can do that, but don't do it without their permission because you don't want to get in trouble. So, take your t-shirt, lay it flat, same way as the others, and this one is called the crinkle, and it's really easy. You just kind of bunch up your shirt in all these funky little forms. You can do it however you want, just smash it. It's the easiest one. Smash it, roll it over, flip it over, however you want, because it's all the spaces that are smashed together will leave a little white space. This is probably the only one I would say don't totally soak it, because then it'll just kind of all mix together. But I do the same thing as the spiral. I crisscross some rubber bands on there just to hold it together, but it's just like, so I'm gonna use this green. See, you gotta make sure it soaks in. If you want to get it wet, you can. Teal. All right, so I'm gonna keep doing this a little longer, but not really that much more. I'm gonna let it sit for just a little bit, and then we'll show you the crinkle finale.
Okay, it's reveal time. So this is the first one we did, the spiral. If you can keep gloves on to take this off, you should. I ran out of gloves, so, you know, happens. But,
Oh my gosh!
right? Very cool.
I love the spiral.
Love the
so
spiral.
much. Next up is the bullseye. Let's see how this bad boy looks.
Oh, sweet. It's like a flower. I like it.
It looks so good.
Wow. All right. And the last one that we did was the crinkle.
Nice. Well, thank you all so much for tie-dyeing with us. We cannot wait to be tie-dyeing again with y'all soon.
Yes, can't wait to see you. Hope you enjoyed doing it at home. Maybe you can show some new friends how to tie-dye since you learned it here. And we'll see y'all later.
We love y'all.
We love you. Bye.